Have you ever wondered what our husbands think of our shenanigans? Same, us too. In honor of Valentine's Day, Megan and I sat down with our husbands to get their perspective on our love for projects. Join us as we swap stories about some of our past almost mishaps and share some ideas we have coming up. Let's get into it. You're listening to the We Need to Talk podcast, and we are your hosts, Salem Shannon and Megan Beaver.
Two millennial moms, ambitious professionals, an interior designer, and a business executive.
Join us for conversations that unravel all the things that not only hold us together, but sometimes fall apart.
If you're looking to laugh, cry, and be inspired, all while keeping it real,
you're in the right place. Grab your drink. We need to talk.
All right. Salem, Justin, we're back again.
Back again.
We're back again.
So soon.
So soon.
I feel like we just saw you last week.
Oh, wait, we did.
Awesome. We're going to hop right in. Today is Valentine's Day. We thought, what better way to celebrate or even release a podcast, because it's our normal schedule, other than having our husbands on and kind of talking to them about what it's like to be married to ambitious women and what they love about it, what's challenging, and hopefully just providing some encouragement to other husbands and wives out there that might be living in the same type of lifestyle like we do.
And maybe a few funny stories thrown in there.
I think there's going to be a few, just a few. So, are y'all excited?
We live exciting lives.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, I think we start with who are you? Who are you married to? And what do you do? Justin, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Justin. I'm married to Salem. We've been married 11 years now. Probably been together 16, 17 years. We met through mutual friends going snowboarding when I was in college. And currently I'm in law enforcement for North Carolina. And we got married because it just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Seemed like a good idea.
Continues to be a good idea. Y'all tend to do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, we try.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
I think it's also important to note that even though you're not necessarily typical high school sweethearts, we all went to high school together, the three of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. Yes. Not officially high school sweethearts, but we did go to school together.
We knew each other in high school, but never hung out till afterwards.
Yeah.
I probably was still in middle school whenever y'all were all.
Oh,
here we go.
No,
Here we go.
it is not that much of a difference. But why don't you tell us who you are?
I'm Matt. I am married to Megan. We've been together since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Got married in 2011 before I could even buy a bottle of bourbon.
Okay, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I was 20 when we got married.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys got married at a winery.
We did the week after I graduated college.
Yeah. So all we would have known is each other.
Yeah.
I'm in a shipping and receiving part of life for a manufacturing and distribution of dog beds, and it is chaos at work. A lot of money in that industry. So
yeah, people treat their pets better than sometimes they treat their kids or their spouses.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, not at our house, but I could see that at other people's houses.
Yeah. Well, and some people who don't have kids, I think that they
splurge
on their pets.
I think Carolina and Brody have pretty good up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Well, I think we kind of start talking about what it's like being married to us. what do you find to be the most rewarding aspect of being married to Salem, Justin?
Rewarding.
I don't know if this was on the last one.
Oh, there was a last one?
Rewarding. I mean, she's very self-efficient, very ambitious person, which makes me attracted to her. When she wants something, she goes out there and figures out how to do it and get it done. So it's one of her strengths. So I guess that's one of the reasons I'm attracted to her.
One of the many.
Yes.
You say she likes to go and get it done. What about that helps move you forward, if anything, as a partner?
Oh, that's because I usually have to be involved to get it done. He's the planner, the designer, but when it comes down to actually executing it, I have to be involved.
She's like the visionary and you're her integrator. I get that.
Yeah.
Our friendship's kind of a similar dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar. Very
That's
similar.
okay. I think every great partnership has those two pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can come up with the idea and vision and see it through, but I'm not great at
Pulling the trigger.
actually doing it. So I have to find people who can help me.
That's okay. We all have our superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Matt, what about you?
What makes me
Or
attracted to you?
what's rewarding about being married to me?
Just the you want me, don't need me kind of aspect of our life.
Okay.
That's a cute answer.
Yeah, you want to expand?
Yeah. I mean, you're super independent. You don't need me, you want me. So that's just cool to see that kind of like be your motto. Is like you don't need anybody to get anything done for you. You'll just do it with or without help. But I do help.
You do.
I hope.
I appreciate the help. We definitely have a little bit different dynamic when it comes to like projects and stuff, but I think in our everyday life, he's a huge partner in the things that we do because you and I both work and my career tends to take up a little bit more time or mental space and commitment. And he really has always been a huge support system when it comes to the parenting parts that I need help in. And so I definitely think I need you in those areas, but you're right. If I had to, I would figure it out. For sure.
Yeah, you're just a super independent woman. And that's
Yeah.
So when you say that Matt like helps out with the parenting aspect, like what are your like day-to-day schedules? Like how does that break down? What does that look like?
So Matt, you get up in the morning.
Yes, I'm the 5 a.m. person.
And roll out of bed, get ready in 15 minutes, and then play catch up on the girls getting out the door on time. Legit.
Yeah, I think the dynamic has kind of always been I've managed the mornings a little bit more so than you, but then in the afternoons, you do more of the like pick up, getting ready for whatever's happening in the afternoons, whether that be dinner. In my last career, you really actually did all of the things like bedtime, bath time, dinner, all that good stuff. But you kind of you wind down our day for us, and I get it started.
All the things.
All the things he does. He does all the things in the afternoon for the most part.
Like
So,
what time do you get off, Matt?
Four-ish. Sometimes 2 o'clock, sometimes 4:30.
No.
So
yeah, it just
Not
really
bad.
depends on his load that day. What about you guys? How do you manage your day, and who plays what roles, or who picks up what people put down?
It varies, but we both get up about the same time. I think tries to get up at 5. I'm up around 5:30. Whether she might go work out, and I just like to sit and quiet and drink coffee and watch Sports Center or flip through my phone. And then I usually just make her breakfast, and I'm out the door at 7. And Harrison's usually, we just get him up right before I leave in the mornings. In the evenings, I usually get home before her, so I usually cook dinner and then go through the bedtime routine with a 2-year-old.
Mm,
And here we are.
it's a fun stage.
Yeah, past 8 o'clock doing a podcast. So 8 to 10 o'clock is when we get stuff done during the week,
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
part.
Which, I mean, we try to like, we do like dinner, well, aside from cooking dinner, but like eating dinner and like anything like after that, we try to do together as far as the bedtime routine goes. Because it's just easier
Mhm.
when you're working as a team. But yeah, he's definitely the chef. Let's highlight that he cooks my breakfast and my dinner.
I think we have
My
peanut.
man cooks her breakfast in the morning. Kudos.
Yeah, yeah. Breakfast is a quickie for us, so.
Yeah.
Well, what is challenging about being married to us? Yes, in that sense. What's challenging about being married to women who aren't necessarily just not stay-at-home moms to begin with, but also women who are very driven, and we're constantly like, we either have a project on our minds or a honey-do list, or we're just like, I have this thing I'm going after.
Well, here we are, almost 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, doing a podcast.
It's Tuesday.
Or
Today's
Tuesday.
It will
It's
be
going out on
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
Valentine's Day.
True, true.
So he was right.
I mean, it's just never a dull moment. I mean, I feel like we're our own worst enemy with if we're not doing something with friends, we've got something booked as far as we need to do this project or we need to do that. I guess it's been 2 weekends ago, we filled our whole weekend up with doing a backsplash, and that literally started Saturday and ended at about 5 o'clock on Sunday being complete. So it's just challenging, especially having a 2-year-old. Somebody's usually got to keep him occupied while the other one does something, and he takes a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day. And sometimes you just want to go sit on the couch and not do anything while he takes a nap, but that's usually not the case around here.
Sorry.
Would you rather? Would you like to elaborate anymore?
Yeah, I'm very guilty of not being able to sit still. Even though I probably should, relax or rest or do something like that. If I've got a free minute, I'm always trying to fill it up with something.
I mean, but there is a side note here. I've seen the backsplash. I feel like it's not made its debut on social media yet, but it looks fantastic.
It does.
It really does. And I guess technically it really did. It started like Friday night with what little demo we had to do, of everything that was up there. I mean, there wasn't much, but like the apron on the window and like a couple little small things, but it does look really good.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a backsplash since we moved into this house. I mean, we've been here for 6 years, and when we first did the renovation, I
Couldn't find one she liked.
couldn't really find what I liked, and then I was afraid, that was before. I mean, I looked at different, anyway, I just, bottom line, I didn't find anything that I really liked other than doing a full height countertop material. And we had already kind of maxed out our budget, and we were like, oh, we could move in without a backsplash. And now here we are 6, 7 years later, finally getting it done.
It's done.
And it's done.
That's probably the epitome of a Salem project sometimes, though, without.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mhm.
I had a nice long time to marinate on it, and I think it turned out great.
Yeah, it did.
As I'm sitting here staring at it, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you should show everybody on social media still.
I will eventually.
I know that I can be challenging, babe. So what about being married to me and being, I think, like in the trenches with me constantly is challenging for you?
Challenging. I don't think there's much that's challenging other than you being who you are and not living in a shadow of you, but like somebody like I'm maybe not as I am very motivated, but maybe not in the same way that you are. So like just you always being some sort of boss in whatever field you're in is somewhat intimidating to making sure that like I live up to like the expectation of whatever it is that you're expecting. But it's never been like well, this is what I do, what do you do kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's always kind of just been like, this is what I am, and this is who you are, and we're gonna make this work.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad that was a vulnerable moment because like I've never like tried to go be a boss wherever. It kind of just falls in place.
you're ambitious.
I-
You like to have a lot of projects for people to do. So
Really good at the delegation part of it.
you're very good at delegating.
Very good.
Life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that.
I know, Matt's going deep on us.
I am in here right now. We're down 4 points with 2 minutes left, and I am having a high speed come apart.
Yes, backstory. Carolina Tar Heels are playing in the background and we're Tar Heels fans. So
And another thing is like you've never really let sports kind of like come between us.
oh,
And that like some people cannot turn on TV and not watch any sports and be fine, and that is not the avenue in which I am driving down at the moment. So I appreciate you letting me be able to watch Tar Heel basketball while recording a podcast, and that not be a problem for you.
yeah, I think it's funny because that could be a challenge even when we're working on projects together, but we are not a family that doesn't not have screens everywhere. We do have TVs everywhere. So we have a TV out back in case there is a house project we're working on so that sports can be on back there. I mean, those are just kind of the sacrifices or, I mean, the compromises I think we make in order to make sure that if he's going to help me, that I'm able to support what he's interested in, right? He's extremely passionate about sports and his teams. But what's really funny is we have our oldest daughter is too. So it's one of those things that we have to figure out how to support and yeah, right.
She is
yeah.
too, not.
She is too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's really into sports. Like she can sit down and watch an entire game. And so we have to make sure that our house and lifestyle is actually set up to do those things regardless of what's on my to-do list. So, yeah.
I think the only sport that we're really that into is, and when I say we, I mean Justin, golf. That stays on the TV quite a bit.
And football, college football and NFL.
Yeah. But you're not necessarily like a team kind of person. Like you just like the sport and like to watch it.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't have a college team at all?
well, Appalachian, where we went. I mean, yeah, I pull for them. They're on. I like the Panthers sometimes, but they're terrible.
I like Cowboys sometimes.
Oh, yes, we're miserable together in that sense. So yeah. Well, I think let's add some humor to the mix. Drop us some of your favorite stories, funny or moments that we've like done together when our ambition gets ahead of us and the husbands are all of a sudden like, we told you so, or a moment of like, we've bit off more than we can chew. But it always ends well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like almost every project ends up with I bit off more than I can chew. Now I've got to call in some help.
I mean, just the house we live in now. I mean, we remodeled. This house was built in '64, and Say we remodeled, we took the roof off of it to cathedralize the ceilings in some of the house and stick built cathedrals in other parts of the house. And all in the meantime, I get to live with my lovely in-laws for about 10 months. And, it just tempers can flare and things go wrong. People put windows in the wrong windows.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of like little mishaps in this house. I mean, we did a lot of the demo ourselves, and that always turns it, because that's something that we can easily do and handle and not have to pay somebody else to do. And so we're trying to save as much money as we could. I remember we had to move out a cast iron tub.
Mm, mm.
That one was good. I
Oh.
watched them. I watched. I
Yeah.
watched them take out the cast iron tub.
Yeah, the master had a cast iron tub. The spare still has a cast iron tub because it stayed after the first.
If you're interested in a cast iron tub, I still have it, and you are more than welcome to it. It is a great tub. The old tub, it's in the woods. I saved it because I can't throw anything away.
Shocked.
Those things that made the yes pile, but it's still just hanging.
Yep, it's out there.
But yeah, literally it's me and my father-in-law trying to get it out. And he brought his hand trucks in, and that's probably how the hand trucks ended up warped after that. And at one point he was just like, I guess you got it because I don't have it. And yeah, I think they said it weighs about 900 pounds and it about killed me until someone came and helped me. About dropped it and shattered it right here in the floor.
It was a small rough patch there.
Yeah. But we made it.
I love how pretty much all of your stories, somehow or another, John makes his way into them. Or
Well,
you make your way into his.
when something gets so bad and screwed up, we'll just call him and he'll either make it worse or we'll figure it out.
He either makes it worse
no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, we figure it out. It just might get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. But he's in the construction world. He's a stonemason. And he did all the stone on our house. And he's quite something that he calls you over to the house, says it won't take 30 minutes. You're there 3 hours. It's just one of those things.
And he was here for the backsplash.
He was. He helped cut the tile. I laid the tile and Salem grouted the tile.
Yeah, and sometimes him and his projects get us into a pickle, but that's okay too.
Yeah, like replacing the hot tub.
Yeah.
Into that.
Please tell us the hot tub story.
Well, the man never buys anything brand new. So we go to a sketchy place, and I better not say where, a sketchy place in town, and get a used hot tub. And of course, no one really has a trailer big enough to fit a hot tub. So it's sitting on the rails of a trailer, winched down. I think we'd already got the old hot tub off.
Yeah, we took the rails off the deck.
Yeah, we had to take the rails off the deck. It wasn't as bad. He had his tractor, and the deck is probably 10, 12 feet high. Maybe.
Yeah.
10, 12 feet high. So he's got well, it can't be that tall. Probably taller than that because the tractor forks would not go high enough to put the new one on, but we were able to just push the old one off onto the tractor forks.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. The tractor forks reached the top of the deck, but it wasn't high enough to offload it. It was just barely enough to get it up to the same level as the deck.
So we, John Luced it and put, what am I trying to say?
Broomstick.
We put broomsticks on the deck to roll it on, but we had to keep putting pallets and stuff to make the hot tub taller on the forks. So when it was high enough, you could just push it off. All the meantime, you're 12 to 15 feet in the air trying to figure out how to climb up the tractor on the forks and push it off. But yes, John loosed it with cut broomsticks to just slide it right on, as my brother-in-law was just standing off to the side, shaking his head, thinking, this is how people die.
Death by hot tub.
Yeah.
It worked out. he comes up with some creative engineering
Yeah. And it worked. No one got hurt somehow.
somehow.
But yeah.
So what you're saying is Salem gets it honest.
Yes. Salem is her father when it comes to projects, creative side. And actually, I've seen some of John's drawings we found in the closet from when he was at CVCC doing drafting, and they're very good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
So,
And he has the attitude. And this is where I don't know about you, Megan, but this is where I think this is where I get it from. His attitude is, why would I pay somebody when I could do it myself? Like, I'll figure it out. And so that's where I get in trouble.
yeah.
I'm not really sure where my attitude about that comes from. Maybe it was just the situation I grew up in as far as like a lack of resources.
Right.
What about us? What's a story that you're like, this is the one that we'll never forget and we'll probably tell over and over again?
Favorite patio?
Oh, the paver patio. Okay.
Let's hear about it.
We had a good idea.
It was a fantastic idea.
We lacked execution. So I started digging a hole in the middle of our yard.
Yes, the project was to do like was it a 20 by 12 section of a patio extended from our deck?
Huge.
But yes, huge. But it was a paver patio because I wanted that look. I didn't want concrete. I wanted the huge the pavers with the like rock between, make it look really nice. So that was the project.
Real nice.
And it was a 20 by 12 section, and I come home from work and you're doing what?
I'm just digging a hole in the middle of the yard with a shovel. No power tools, no nothing. Just a 1982 shovel. And I'm out here digging a hole in the middle of the yard.
Yes.
And they weren't very small.
I told him I ordered the biggest pavers, but I didn't quite tell him how big.
No, like I thought bigger was better.
Yeah.
That if the less I had to put down was the better, no matter how big or how strong it needed to be. And you gave me a paver that weighed 168 pounds a piece. And we had a wheelbarrow to
Yes.
tote them back and forth because the guy said that
He would not bring them to the backyard because it was not an option.
yeah, it would sink in our backyard.
Yeah.
So he dropped them off in our driveway and we had to hand move them off of a pallet onto a wheelbarrow and then wheel them from the driveway to the back and put them down and hope they didn't wobble. And they all freaking wobbled.
Yes, lots of sand. But it was beautiful.
Yep.
It ended well, looked
Yep.
great. We don't live in that home anymore, but I would probably do that again, but hire some people to do it. Like I love the
Yeah.
look of it.
Yeah, I like to pay people to do what I want.
Yes.
You in Salem do not.
Well, product of our hard work feels good. But I also think we couldn't hardly walk or move our arms for a week because it was literally just Matt and myself moving every single one of these pavers from our driveway to the patio, which was not a short distance by any means. So it was very tough, but it was beautiful. It turned out great. We thoroughly enjoyed it and used it. But we had some learning opportunities in that story. And we had some funny moments. I mean, we laughed about it, I think, more than we were upset about it. So,
Yeah,
and that was a good time.
yeah. I mean,
Sometimes there's tears, sometimes there's words, but that one was a good one. Well, what kind of advice would you have for other husbands that might be married to driven, big goals, ladies like us?
Stay patient and drink. No, it ain't bad. I like seeing a finished product. Like I love seeing something you've done, like seeing the backsplash you've done, and a lot of stuff we've done here at the house over the years. It's nice to see a finished project. Oh,
No, I mean, yes, it is very satisfying, all of the projects that we've been able to accomplish and how we've had to work as a team on all of them. We might get mad at each other and have to, you know, go to other ends of the room or go take a break for a little while. But I mean, we've made it work and I think it's been fun.
yeah, it does.
But you can't have two of me in a relationship because it would be a nightmare. So I think that's one reason why we make it work because Justin keeps me grounded and realistic about what can be accomplished.
Financially and physically.
And a schedule.
Yeah.
Weekend projects aren't always weekend projects.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a tea time every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
What would your advice be, babe?
Like just do it. Like it's gonna suck in the moment. But like y'all said, like when you see it done, and you're like, okay, like we're still married. Everybody has two legs and two arms. Like we're good. Maybe our time is gone, but look at what we have to show for it. And yeah, it's just do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Stay patient, drink a little, just do it if you want to have a fantastic partnership like we do with our men.
Communication.
Communication is key. I'm teaching my 10-year-old that right now. Communication, you can never over communicate. I agree, Justin.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't go to bed mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to bed mad.
Yeah. That's an old saying.
we really do try our best, even when we get upset with each other.
I just give a good old butt pinch and say good night. I love you.
Mhm.
Oh.
Any closing words, Salem?
No, no. I think I'm cooking up my next project.
Can't wait to hear
Luckily, we're not capable of doing too much. It'll be hired out most of it. So
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit beyond our skill set.
Hmm.
we'll
not
see.
get the sheet metal building on your own, brother.
I wish.
Well, also, well, I think that we just keep hanging in there and we keep trucking and we keep knocking those projects out with Keith Queen. Couple bourbons here and there.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, this was fun. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's Day.
And until next time.
Until next time.
Go Tiger.
We hope today's episode gave you some inspiration and something new to try. Until next time, friends, you've got this.